Hi, I'm Nick Bolton, the founder of Animas Centre for Coaching, and in this video I want to explore the humanistic principle in transformative coaching. This principle underpins not just how we coach, but how we see the people we work with. And in many ways it's the backbone of everything that makes transformative coaching what it is. At its heart, the humanistic principle begins with a simple but powerful belief that people are inherently resourceful, capable and oriented towards growth. Not in a forced optimistic way, but in a deeply human way. Human beings, when given the right conditions, naturally gravitate towards awareness, wholeness, and authenticity. And in coaching, this means that the client isn't a problem to be fixed or a puzzle to be solved. They're a whole person, complex, layered, sometimes conflicted, sometimes uncertain, but fundamentally worthy of respect and trust. In humanistic terms, this is called unconditional positive regard. It doesn't require us to respect every behavior they exhibit or everything they say. Rather, it asks us to always believe and trust in their potential and underlying intentions. The humanistic principle invites us to meet them with that respect from the very first moment. It also means we hold a profound faith in the client's capacity. Not the capacity to achieve goals or perform well, but the capacity to reflect, to inquire, to choose, and to evolve. This is why coaching is not about directing the client or nudging them towards a certain outcome, but about creating a space where they can hear themselves more clearly and come to their own discoveries and their own conclusions. The principle also shapes how we listen. Humanistic listening is spacious, non-judgmental and attuned, and we listen for the individual behind the words, because the moment we reduce the client to a category or an issue, we lose the human being in front of us. One of the profound impacts of the humanistic principle is the sense of safety it creates. When clients feel met without judgment, without pressure, without any sense they have to perform or impress, they start to reveal deeper parts of themselves. The doubts, the hopes, the contradictions they might keep hidden elsewhere. And it's this depth of honesty that opens the door to transformation. The humanistic principle also calls us to hold the coaching relationship as a place of equality. Not equality of role, the coach and the client do different things, but equality of humanity. We don't stand above the client with answers, nor do we stand below them with deference. We stand beside them. We walk with them. That stance creates a uniquely powerful feel that we call coaching. It's a place of partnership rather than power. Now, importantly, the humanistic principle is not naive. It doesn't deny that people struggle, get stuck, repeat patterns, make mistakes, or wrestle with pain. What it does deny is the idea that these struggles define them. It affirms that beneath the surface, there is always a deeper intelligence at work, even when the client can't yet see it. Our role as a coach is not to insert wisdom, but to help them reconnect with their own. The principle also intertwines beautifully with the other principles of transformative coaching. It nurtures the relational principle, because genuine relationship requires genuine positive regard. It enables a knowing, because when we trust the client's capacity, we don't need to impose our own ideas. It supports phenomenology, because we honour the client's lived experience as valid and whole. And it underpins emergence, because human beings unfold most fully when they're not pushed, when they're allowed. Ultimately, the humanistic principle is a commitment to seeing clients not as broken, not as incomplete, but as meaning-making beings on a lifelong journey of becoming. And when we meet them from that place, the coaching becomes more than a conversation. It becomes an affirmation of their humanity. And in that affirmation, the client can begin to see themselves anew and embrace possibilities for authentic change. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.